Alberta, much drier, but remaining unsettled from southern Manitoba into northwestern Ontario. Very snowy conditions there, poor visibility. Speaking of stormy conditions, Atlantic Canada holding on to that snow, rain, even freezing rain. Some very poor driving conditions as we head into Tuesday as well. If you're in Ontario, we're still tracking some active weather. Beautiful day out there. Thanks so much for that update, Mike. A bit breezy as well. I can see your hair is just blowing all over the place. But the sunshine, that's good news. And temperatures that are finally up above that 0-degree mark. A high of 8, as you mentioned, expected in Toronto. As we head into Monday, we're expecting a high of 8. But for this evening, it is going to be on the cool side, feeling more like -1 in Toronto. Let's talk about those temperatures and what you can expect as we head throughout the next few days. We are going to see things cool down as we head throughout the overnight. So it is going to be chilly. You will need that winter jacket. Starting off the morning, a bit on the cool side, but warming up nicely. That yellow there, that's 0 to 15 degrees. And here's what you can expect. If you're heading out the door Monday morning in Barrie, -5. So you will still need the jacket. Mike's out there today with no jacket on, which hopefully into the afternoon tomorrow, that's what it will feel like because we are expecting those daytime highs to climb up. -4 is what it will feel like for the morning with the wind chill in Toronto. So let's take a look at those winds. Northern Ontario getting into some active weather. It is a bit breezy by the shorelines out there and even here outside our studios in Oakville. Monday, those winds calm down. Tuesday, they start to pick back up because we could run into some active weather as the system just scoots to the north, possibly some rain in the forecast. Let's head to Toronto. It was Earth Hour last night. I hope you took part in that. Let's take a look at the next 7 days. Hamilton, we're expecting a high of 10 for you tomorrow, a high of 8 Tuesday, 5 for your Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, we could see some active weather, the risk for flurries, even some mixing, but temperatures, at least for the daytime highs, are going to be above that 0-degree mark, so much closer to seasonal. Toronto, a high of 8 for your Monday, the risk for isolated showers come Tuesday with a high of 8. Stay with us. Coming up, we will count down our top 5 videos from those stormy conditions in Atlantic Canada this past week. Mike, thank you for sending that in. That same system is now pushed east, and that's impacting Atlantic Canada once again. For us here at home, it's a different story. Sunshine and temperatures that are on the mild side. For this evening, however, it is going to cool back down and through the overnight. 3 degrees, that's going to be the temperature, but it's going to feel more like -1. But right now, it is sunny and it's feeling quite mild out there. Mike joins us. And Mike, I noticed you don't even have a jacket on today.
No, Michelle, it's a beautiful day. Temperatures around 10 degrees this afternoon. Feeling a little bit cooler with the wind. Sustained winds between 20 and 30 kilometers. I guess beggars can't be choosers.
I would have to agree with you. Yeah, it's nice that it's that time of year when we can finally get outside, play some outdoor sports, even go for a walk and see the grass. Thanks so much for that update. Let's take a look at what's on the way because we do have the risk for some showers come your Tuesday. But this system that brought us that light snowfall to parts of southern Ontario has pushed further east in through Quebec, Atlantic Canada, getting a lot of active weather there. Here's that system that we are watching out for as it does push through for Tuesday. So just the slight chance for some isolated showers. Stay with us. We continue to track that throughout the week. For your daytime high, Monday, 8 degrees, so much like today. We are still going to see a lot of sunshine, calm conditions. Come Tuesday, 8 degrees, that will be your daytime high. I want to mention in the morning, it will still be on the cool side, so you will need that winter jacket as you head out the door.
Go to the weather now.
Well, maybe you do have a week off. Come Monday, we are going to see that drying out trend in the west. So BC, Alberta, much drier, but remaining unsettled from southern Manitoba into northwestern Ontario. Very snowy conditions there, poor visibility. Speaking of stormy conditions, Atlantic Canada holding on to that snow, rain, even freezing rain. Some very poor driving conditions as we head into Tuesday as well. If you're in Ontario, we're still tracking some active weather.
Are right now, and that's going to continue into tomorrow with another warm, sunny day. Unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit cooler as we get into the evening and the overnight.
Thanks so much for that, Mike. And I think this is the first day of 2014 that I can say I'm jealous that you are outside because beautiful sunshine. More is on the way as we head into Monday. Thanks for that update. Let's talk about those cooler conditions for this evening because we still are going to be dealing with wind chills, feeling closer to -1 in Toronto, -3 in North Bay to the north. St. Catharines feeling closer to -1 as we head into the evening. We are tracking some active weather. We had some light flurries in through the GTA. Niagara region picked up some snow also for eastern Ontario. That's courtesy of this low pressure system that's hitting Atlantic Canada, and that's bringing a rain snow mix, but even freezing rain for them. So not the best conditions there. If you are traveling, a good idea to check ahead with your flight status. Let's take a look at the next 7 days in Toronto. 8 degrees for your daytime high for your Monday. So feeling much like today, a lot of sunshine out there. 8 for your high Tuesday, but the risk for seeing some isolated showers with like Mike was wearing outside, no jacket, which is pretty nice, at least for a little bit, to take a break. Into the afternoon in Hamilton, we're expecting a high of 10 degrees and beautiful sunshine Monday. Tuesday, a high of 8 degrees. Wednesday, holding on to sunshine for the most part. Temperatures slightly dip down Thursday, Friday, but from what we've had this past season, that does not look like a dip. 4 degrees for our high Thursday. 5 for your Friday. If you're in Barrie, a high of 8 for your Monday and Tuesday. The risk for some isolated showers. Come Wednesday, it will start to clear up.
Week is going to be beautiful. I have the day off, Michelle, so I'm going to spend all of it outside. If you aren't so lucky, maybe take an extended lunch. But this evening, temperatures are cooling. 3 degrees in the city of Toronto. A little bit cooler as we slide to the west. So kind of fighting with that freezing mark, feeling below zero with the wind chill. But the big story last night, Michelle, was Earth Hour. Did you celebrate?
Oh, yes, I did. I turned off all of my lights. Let's take a look at those temperatures and what we can expect as we head towards Monday. Because this yellow here, that's what we're watching out for. And that's good news for those of you who like temperatures closer to seasonal. 0 to 15 degrees. Monday morning, still on the cool side. You will need that winter jacket. But as we head into the afternoon, Mike, it is going to be warming up.
Now, the big story, of course, for northwestern Ontario, we're dealing with blizzard-like conditions. Some areas, 30 to 50 centimeters of snow. Shores of Lake Superior will be mixing. We're not seeing any of that in southern Ontario. A little bit cool for the morning, so make sure you bundle the kids up. Make sure they have a jacket on for the morning. But temperatures are going to rise significantly through the afternoon.
Yeah, we're expecting a high of 11 in Mississauga, just to give you an idea. Here's the system that brought us some very light snowfall in southern Ontario, a story for the Atlantic region, and then also tracking that activity in northwestern Ontario. More on your forecast coming up. I would love to go to Vegas right now. Temperatures just slightly above seasonal at 23 degrees for your Monday with a mix of sun and cloud. We have a lot of active weather to talk about. My name's Michelle Nelson. Thanks for staying with us on this Sunday. Monica Vaswani, our meteorologist from behind the scenes, joined us because we are in storm watch and we are dealing with some pretty tricky forecasting with this system in Atlantic Canada.
Yes, and the reason for that is all due to this blocking high to the north. It's trying to keep the bulk of the precipitation over the Maritimes, but if we get a milder push of air from the south, that means a lot more rain and freezing rain for many in through the Fundy shores, but it's also going to determine what happens in Newfoundland, and that's more so for tonight and into Tuesday, where we're also watching the track, because that could mean more snow for some and then ice pellets for others.
Yeah, ice pellets and freezing rain. We've had a number of callers to our storm line saying, you know what, we'll take the snow instead of the freezing rain, and I can see why. But we are also looking at a lot of snow, Monica, where we could see up to 35 centimeters, eastern parts of Quebec. But in eastern Ontario, we have seen some snow as well. Now, where are we expecting to see that mixing line?
We've already seen freezing rain today in through Nova Scotia. Halifax as well has been reporting freezing rain, and then down through the Fundy shores of New Brunswick. There is a potential for those areas to continue to see freezing rain, especially in through New Brunswick, and it could really sustain itself through tonight and even through a large part of your Monday.
Well, that won't be a good start to the Monday drive. Let's take a look at a couple of these images here. Now, it might look like a bright color, really a painting here, but what exactly does this represent?
This is representing precipitation types, and this is what we look at to determine where are we going to see that freezing line, where are we going to see the snow and the rain. And you can see here over Newfoundland, this is tomorrow afternoon, large swath of snow with maybe some ice pellets in the purple just along the southern shores. And if we look later on through Monday evening, we're likely expecting still just the mixing to be along the southern shores, and all this precipitation in the Maritimes, that's going to change back to snow for tomorrow. We could even see some blowing snow, but really we want to highlight that this is so dependent on the track of the storm.
Yeah, and those temperatures throughout the afternoon across the southern and central parts of the Maritimes, it's been hovering around 0 degrees, so very tricky. The freezing rain, this was a big story in Halifax earlier on, 20 centimeters of snow. So some significant snowfall there as well. Blowing snow was a huge issue. Further west we go. In parts of Ontario, you have seen those fluffy flakes. We're tracking another system that's going to push in for the northwest, and that's going to be a big story. And we do have some active weather on the way for you as well. So this is that system that we were talking about. It's a Colorado low that's pushing in. What does this mean for those in Winnipeg?
This could mean actually not a lot in Winnipeg. We're currently forecasting less than 5 centimeters of snow, but just like the Atlantic storm, track dependent here. If we get a slight shift to the northwest, that means a lot more snow in through the Winnipeg area and maybe less snow for parts of northwestern Ontario. But as it stands right now, it's looking like 20 to 30 centimeters of snow down in extreme southeastern Manitoba, but possibly local amounts up to 50 in parts of Ontario.
That includes Armstrong. Also for Attawapiskat, you're in that 30 to 50 centimeters range. Also for Dryden. So if you're driving along the Trans-Canada Highway Monday, watch out because it's not only the snow, Monica, it's the wind as well. We are looking at those winds picking up. We could see gusts in southern parts of Manitoba gusting to 80 kilometers an hour. But this shows the sustained winds.
Yes, and the gusts, like you said, closer to 80, meaning blizzard conditions in Manitoba. We do have warnings in effect through this entire region, and visibility could be as low as 0 at times.
Yeah, so something to watch out for as we head throughout the evening. That system does push in. It is going to be cooling off once again across the prairies. You tapped into some of that warmer air this past weekend. Southern Ontario looking at some more mild conditions coming in. More on that. Our coverage continues.
So there's an example of a zero waste family. Michelle, are you zero waste?
I wouldn't say that I was zero waste, but I definitely try to cut back, and I'm a big fan of recycling. What about you?
Yeah, well, I don't like to print out paper. Well, you know, here behind the scenes, I try not to print out paper as much as possible to do.
I think many people did the same. Maybe you were out at some of those events, that concert that was going on, lots of fun. It is going to be cool, however, if you're heading out this evening, Mike, feeling more like -1 in Toronto, but we do have good news.
Temperatures are going to rise for tomorrow afternoon. Lots of sunshine, close to double digits throughout southern Ontario. But here's a look. So there's that nor'easter, brought some snow to parts of southern Ontario last night. It's an Atlantic Canada story. We have this Colorado low that's bringing a lot of active weather to northwestern Ontario. We're looking at some showers Tuesday into Wednesday. It's going to be showers because temperatures, Michelle, are going to be quite mild.
I have to say I love that movie because it shows that we're really just in the middle of it and staying mostly dry, especially for Monday. 8 degrees and sunshine in Toronto, 8 for Tuesday. But Mike, that's where you were talking about the risk for some showers. Wednesday, a bit cooler, but I think we'll take it.
Let's take a look at my hometown of Oshawa. Michelle, 9 degrees, sunshine for tomorrow with the rain on Tuesday. Middle of the week looks pretty good. Temperatures a couple degrees below seasonal. With how difficult this winter has been, we'll take a couple degrees below seasonal at this point.
Yeah, this is looking like a dream forecast for me after what we've had. 8 degrees for your high in Barrie and a lot of sunshine for Monday. And not to mention the sunshine, beautiful conditions, and the warmth. 29 degrees, a hot day for Punta Cana for your Monday. Enjoy your vacation.
Perfect deal.
21 degrees and sunshine. That's what Rome has to offer us on Monday. Maybe you're traveling there. Paris, we are looking at some cloud cover, 21. Dublin, a bit cloudy as well, 15. If you're heading to Athens, 22. Sunnier skies the further east you go. Let's take a look at some other temperatures for you. If you're heading to Zurich, 19 degrees, sunshine. London, we are looking at that cloud cover really lingering there. South of the border, New Orleans, we're looking at 23 and beautiful clear skies.
The Weather Network.